Hey everyone, welcome to my next video tutorial, and today we're going to talk about how to change your font color and other HTML goodness. So right now I'm on my post and I'm in the visual editor. Now what I need to do is I need to go to the text editor, and in the text editor we can actually do HTML coding, and that's what we're going to do. So I have this poem and I am going to go ahead and just add an HTML tag. I'm going to add a paragraph tag, and then I'm going to use the style keyword, and then I'm just going to close the tag. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do two things. I want to change the font size and I want to change the color. So I'm going to do the font size. I'm going to change it to large, and then the color I'm going to change it to green. And what this is doing is the paragraph tag tells the content, this line here, the text, that it needs to display in a certain way. Now the style tag further adjusts that. So the style tag will adjust the font size and it'll adjust the color because I'm telling it to. So if we come over here and look at this, we can see there it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and copy that, and I'm going to use it for every line of my poem. And copy and paste is one of the programmer's best tools. And speaking of tools, for HTML, the best tool at your disposal is Google. Go ahead and do web searches on learning HTML, and you can learn several different things that you'll just find extraordinarily useful for making your blog post stand out in different ways. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take a look at this. So there we go. It's all nice and green. Okay, back to the text editor. Alright, so what I'm going to do is now I want to kind of give my poem like it's written inside of a sticky pad. So instead of, using like an image of a sticky pad, I'm just gonna do a little bit of creative editing here. So I'm gonna add a div tag and just put that around my poem. Now the div tag is a way that you can encapsulate several other pieces of tags, and it's a good way to format different sections, as I'm going to show you here in a bit. So the very first thing I want to do is change the width. Actually, no. I'm going to go ahead and change the background here. And I want it a cream colored background, so I have that saved here. So background dash color, and then semicolon. And there we go. And you can see how it comes all the way over here like that. So I'm not a huge fan of all that empty space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the width of this div tag, and I'm going to make it 45%. And how I came up with that number is because I've done a lot of testing before I did this. And that's one of the things about working with HTML is you just have to do a lot of testing. Okay, and then also what I want to do is I want to add a box shadow to it. And this is going to kind of give it a nice effect, so it just kind of jumps out from the page where I'm using such a light colored background. So we're going to make this box shadow here. And here we go. We can see the box shadow. Now you can see how the text comes all the way over here like that. Well, I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of padding to it so that it's not quite like that. So I'm going to add a padding of 15px. So if we come over and take a look, there we go. So everything is spaced around and it's not right up to the edge like it was. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is I kind of want to just make it a little different because it's also straight. And our eyes actually like things not necessarily to be so straight or perfect. So we're going to go ahead and just adjust this. So I'm adding a little bit of a rotation here, and we can see that it's this transform tag, and you'll see here how it has WebKit transform. The reason for the WebKit is that helps it so it'll show up in Chrome and Firefox. Sorry, not Firefox, Chrome and Safari. There we go. So it is leaning to the left like that, so it kind of looks like it was just thrown there. So, okay. Now what I'm going to do is the blog portion of my text. I'm going to just style that, and I want it to show up to the right. So I want to float this to the left. Sorry, I want it to show up to the left. So I'm going to float this to the left. I'm going to change the width to 40%. And then I'm just going to add a padding of 5. Okay. And then I'm going to float this to the right. And there we go. So I have my blog post here, and then I have my poem over here like it was written on a sticky pad. Okay, and that is my tutorial. So kind of cover a little bit of HTML, how to change the font color, the font size. Now, really, to really learn this, you're going to have to kind of wait out on your own, do a little bit of Googling. But this should give you enough start to show you kind of how to do some of these things. So I hope everyone enjoyed and you have a great day.